when I was in the 7th grade, confidence was pretty low, but I still kept like this really awesome self-confidence type thing going on. I wasn't like putting on a mask every day or anything like that. I was just trying to like, you know, make people believe that I was okay. But I mean, I wasn't really feeling that great. I was always tired and lazy and stuff. I loved soccer like all my life, but I never really got a chance to play because I always sucked at conditioning.
I think that if you have an overweight child, and usually it manifests itself worse in middle school, because that's when the awkward stage comes. Because she was very chunky.
My daughter, she ended up getting a little overweight by 1st grade. It was like all of a sudden after the summer, when she went to see my mom and she came back and my husband and I were like, wow, what happened? And then the thing is, she's really lazy and she doesn't enjoy running around.
I would say that there's certainly a lot of obesity. We're probably in the top 10 in the state, Durham County is, in terms of childhood obesity rates. It's definitely a problem in Durham, probably a little bit more so than most other counties in the state.
I had like a whole bunch of like really chubby friends. I think they're pretty cool. They don't seem sad, but I guess they could be faking it like I did. I was kind of blinded by myself and how I felt. And the people I met at Bull City Fit really gave me that boost of energy to say, hey, you can still go play soccer. Just you have to try, you know? Don't like just sit around and say, I hope one day I can do this, but you're not making yourself better at it. I like get up to like the main podium where like the preacher stands, and behind is like the piano and the big choir, and I just go up there when there's only like 3 people in the pews and start playing random stuff, even though the preacher gets mad, but it's whatever. YOLO. Okay. I'm in 10th grade. I go to City Medicine Academy. Yeah, my life is pretty cool. I know like this little stereotypical phrase, you're always gonna have haters or something, but I don't really believe in that. And when I started, at first I was all like, this is gonna be like really hard, oh my God. The first day I was like really sweaty and tired. It was all gross and stuff. But since I had like people that were in the same condition as I was, it was actually pretty fun doing it because I wasn't alone. The level of confidence I got after the first day, it was unbelievable because I knew after the first day I'd always want to come back. The thing I was worried about is like, since I was watching all these like documentaries about people who do like these, take pills to like lose weight and stuff and see how far they've gotten opposed to people who actually work out and how long it takes them. Like people who take a pill every day and probably lose 20 pounds a week, opposed to people who actually try and go on a dieting system, lose like a 1/4 ounce every week and a half. I'm just like, it's gonna take me forever. And I was always one of those like really chubby kids and stuff. And I was like, I've been in this program since like 7th grade, so like 3 years or something like that. And I think I made a pretty big change, even though it went slow as crazy. It was really worth it. I mean, the stamina you get is more than anything. It's better than pills, totally.
He's 9 years old. He's in the 4th grade. I used to go to Prince School, and I used to monitor Prince during the class, and I look at PE, and always doing PE. Wait, Prince, I'm filming. This is my son right here. Prince, we're on camera. Would you like to tell them hi? That's my son, Prince. And I used to go to school, and During PE or recess, he would not be joining in with the other kids when they're out playing football or doing the sports. He would actually be on the swings or doing something solo. And when the other parents came, they said that their kids were doing the same thing. So by me always watching Prince and seeing, well, he's not interested in those games because he don't play with the other kids. And what I learned from coming here, it wasn't that he was choosing not to play. It was because the other kids could run faster. You develop your friendship, you know, who's going to do what during recess and PE, and the kids were not fitting into that category. But yet they come here, they got other kids just like them, and it's mandatory for everyone to play the sports, so they get to be on the teams.
Oh yeah?
Let's go check it out. Okay.
So I'm Julia Wacker. I am the Director of Community Outreach for the Duke Healthy Lifestyles program. And as part of that role, I am the Program Director for Bowl City Fit, which is a free wellness program for patients of the Duke Healthy Lifestyles Clinic and their families. We're open 6 days a week. We do capture the flag, all kinds of field sports games, soccer, football, basketball, in the gym. We do lots of running relay races. We do a lot of more fun games that aren't necessarily, the kids don't know that they're being active, so we'll do like active scavenger hunts or things that we kind of try to sneak in the activity, and they just think they're having fun. They don't really think of it as a sport. Well, we work with all kinds of families with all various kinds of needs, but for the most part, I think a lot of our families are looking for ways to make foods on a budget, to make healthy foods on a budget using fresh produce. That's what we really try to encourage in clinic and here at Bowl City Fit, using fresh seasonal produce as much as possible, but doing it in a way that's realistic for these families in terms of their budget.
When you first start out thinking, and your first time you go into the grocery store, you start looking at the healthier foods, the vegetables, you would say, this is much more expensive than what you would normally buy. But she'll come in and she'll teach you how to find these healthy items on a budget.
Volunteers to almost act as personal trainers, and it was a benefit of her going to the Duke Clinic at Roxborough. Are you kidding me? I just knew that it was right because of what I knew about physical fitness and health. It was a no-brainer. Let me just say that. It was a no-brainer.
I like being here because they teach us new things, like, cause I never learned how to do a leap. I've never learned how to leap before, and now I know how to leap because I was here. So we're actually educating our minds to do more skills like sit-ups, crunches.
They're trying to get you fit and not just to stand around while the other people are being fit.
Que a veces es un poquito difícil, pero ahí vamos, echándole ganas como podamos, pero ahí vamos. A veces salimos a caminar aquí en las máquinas, ahorita con las compañeras ahí haciendo ejercicio.
Being that we're in this program is really good because she's still young, and exercising is not something that little kids like to do, but as long as they're having fun, then they don't really know that they're doing it. And I liked it because when they said that adults get to join in, I was really psyched because, I mean, I'm lazy too, so. And then to see everybody else joining in, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm not the only one. And then I wanted to show her that I'm overweight too, so it would be cool if I could show her that I'm having trouble doing sit-ups too, just like you are. So we can struggle together and get this together, so.
I think it has to be a family effort. And it doesn't have to be, you know, obsessive. You can go twice a month. 4 times a month is better than doing nothing. But if the parent sees that it's a whole eating right, working out, how you think, You know, that's why they have counseling services with the program. You know, and so that's why it has to be a family effort.
We believe that all these changes that we're trying to talk about in clinic and here at Bull City Fit are family-based changes, that the whole family needs to be on board for them to really stick. We try to encourage that as much as possible in clinic. We try to get the whole family to come. We ask the parents to weigh in at every visit. We want them to be involved, and we want to make sure that that's happening here as well. We want them to be involved because we know that all the research shows that kids are going to be more likely to make changes if they see their parents making changes as well.
People who see her now that really don't see her, they notice, you know, even at church, it's like, Melinda's lost weight, she looks so good. Because they remember when she was in like 5th and 6th grade and chubby. By the time she was 7th grade, she was chubbier. And that's when I started at the beginning of 7th. And so I said, no, this is, I mean, sign me up.
There are so many positive effects that this program has had on my son. Not only has his BMI decreased, but self-esteem has increased. His motor skills are much better. When he first started, my son could not run around the square out here. Within a few weeks, he was actually running around the square.
And even now, she'll race to the car after we go to the grocery store, and she's always trying to run and trying to beat her brothers and sisters, so she's moving a little bit more than she normally does.
People at Bull City Fit, they like help me practice on my conditioning for soccer too, so that was pretty cool. And people at school, people at my school, middle school, they like went to Bull City Fit too with me. So I'm like, whoa, you go to my school and you come here too. Let's be friends. And they were all in for it and stuff. So yeah, that extra boost of confidence went into like school confidence, and then actively and emotionally, and all just tied in together for one big foundation in my life and stuff.